Welcome once again. Welcome once again, beautiful people. Welcome once again to HTV Africa. HTV Africa is Humans TV Africa, where we bring you the most important news, the most important information. We share with you. You empower us, we empower you. Remember, iron sharpens iron. We are here. Of course, today it is the Humans TV Africa broadcasting live from where you are. We global network. You can see my Nigerian friend, Sir Andrew Paul Bonfa Nadip. most, most welcome.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Comrade Katu. It's a very beautiful day. Yeah.
Yes. Today we are being produced by Dennis Bongo. Of course, he's not producing us. We are even older than him, but he's producing the show. He's producing the show. So the producer is James Bongole, based in Uganda. My name is Kato Mukaso. Of course, I'm a Ugandan, but right now I'm producing this show right here in the UK, and of course with my brother, my comrade brother, Sir Bongfa Nandi, who is based in Nigeria. And Dennis put us those tags again. Please, we want you to write to us at Humanist TV. It is Humanist TV Africa at proton.me. Please write us at the email is humanisttvafrica.proton.me. And of course, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Humanist TV Africa, our YouTube channel, but also our Facebook page is Humanist TV Africa. Remember, why do we exist? We exist because number one, we are humans that put people at the center stage of what we do. And we thought clearly that we need a voice as humanists in the world. Remember, everyone has a TV, but humanists didn't have a TV. Now, this is the first attempt for a TV, which we are now calling Humanist TV Africa, which, of course, the idea of a TV was brainstormed by me and my late sister Linda Tilly, and of course Mr. Paul Ewans. And then, of course, we were joined by Dennis Bongole, Brian Kabeko, Nandip Bongfa, and the rest of the team. So we are the guys behind Humanist TV Africa, and we're a big team of about 15 people behind this production. And we are serious to spread the good news about humanism, human rights, and issues to do with our environment, issues to do with our economy, our governance, and all that. Here on this TV, it's where we talk about issues you don't normally see elsewhere. Today, we are discussing, and of course, fundraising for a school. We are going to be building in memory of our sister Linda Tilly, the fundraiser for Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School, which is based in Kasese, Western Uganda. And this school has been there for the last 7 years. But we are constructing a classroom block in memory of Linda Tilly, and we shall be naming that three classroom block with a staff room. We shall be naming that block. We should be forming that school. The name will be Linda Tilly Classroom Block. And of course, it's going to be having an administrative office. Remember, the school is Hillside Nursery School and Orphanage. Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School, which is based in Kasese, Western Uganda. And in the studio today is my brother, Sir Nandip Bongfa. You see, is right there, the man with the hoodie. But today I told him to remove his hoodie, his turban, so that people can see his bowed head, and then women can run away from him, and then you can be saved from the trouble of this Tarok man. Having said that, Nadip, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, Comrade Katu. I'm very, very well. The weather is a little bit cold outside here, although it's not as cold as UK, but the sun is also shining too. I really enjoy the weather outside here, rather than inside. Thank you for asking, sir. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay, sir. How are you? The weather is also quite chilly right where I am,
Mm,
and we survive and we continue to survive by the grace of ourselves. We serve ourselves, Nandip. Nandip,
yes.
I know
Yes.
you talked with Linda, especially about 6 months before her death. You got to know her in person. Of course, you are seeing her online. I want you to share just in 5 minutes what you remember about Linda Tilly, and of course, call on people to give us support to build a school to remember Linda Tilly.
Thank you, Comrade Katu. My name is Nandip Andrew Bongfa, as my comrade brother has introduced. I'm a member of the panelists of Humanity TV Africa, director, board of trustee of Humanist Association of Nigeria. I got to know Linda some few months back. Oh, so unfortunate. I got to know Linda some few months back when the issue with Anne came up, and I never knew Linda so much before until that issue of Anne, you know, came. And Linda, she's a fighter. She's a humanist. She's a mother. She's so caring. She's so passionate about Africa, humanism. That is humans being in Africa. She wants everything to be right. She's a straightforward woman. She's a straightforward mother. She's a friend, which I got to know her. We talked, some few times, and we appear face to face on our the call for activism Africa. The first time, the second time, I really get to enjoy her. Just like that, boom, like a bubble. Linda is no more. This is very, very heartbroken to me when I started developing love and affection on her activism, because I try to know the zeal, the what pushes her to look for the truth in everything that happened about humanism and humanity in Africa. She's so caring, she's so passionate, as I said earlier. I really, really, really miss Linda. For this initiative that you introduced to build a block of classroom in memory of Linda Tilly is a very, very good idea. And I kind of encourage everybody, humanists in Africa, humanists across the world, all over the world, to support this fundraising in memory of Linda Tilly to build this classroom for the orphanage in Uganda. So, to cap it all, the idea of this Humanist TV Africa is Linda's and Katu idea, and she cannot live long to see this in progress. And I thank Comrade Katu for not letting our dreams down. And you really push, 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 and you make sure that we, you know, move the Humanity TV Africa forward. And we continue to give our support in this great organization that you and Linda Tilly initiated, and it has come now to stand. Humanist TV Africa has come to stand. Thanks to Linda Tilly, our memory will never be lost. She's still in our heart, and she's still with us in our mind. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about Linda Tilly, the few times that we got to discuss with her. You know, first of all, chatted her up. I asked her about the issue that's within Anne. So she told me that this. She found some, evidence to me. I said, what? This is so serious. And she spoke to me so passionately about she hates how people cheat people. She doesn't like it. And how people lied and how people deceive other. Linda Tilly, she's a great humanist. She's a great friend. She's a great atheist and she's a great African. Thank you, comrade.
Thank you, sir, Nandip Bongfa, for talking so good about our sister and comrade and associate and friend, Linda Tilly. To me, Linda was more than a sister. I think I don't even know how to describe her because to me, she meant a lot. She was not a friend. She was more than a friend. She was more than a sister because they are sisters of mine. I'm not so close to. They are my biological sisters. I'm not so close to. Yet I was very close with Linda Tilly. We could talk every day, every night for many months. So I knew Linda Tilly, I think I can say 80%. And she knew me much because I told her much about myself. She told me so much about herself. That's why, of course, I wrote a book in memory because Linda told me so much about herself and she always kept me on her mind. Every morning she could text me or call me or talk with me. We talked almost on a daily, almost on a day and for a long, long time. And Linda is honest, the most honest humanist I've ever worked with. To me, she was the most honest humanist I've ever worked with. And her approach was always openly speak about evil. Linda was not the hypocrites we see in Africa. Linda was not the hypocrites we see in humanism internationally. We see so many hypocrites in UK, so many hypocrites in the US, so many hypocrites in the Netherlands, Denmark, Germany, all these humanists. We see so many hypocrites. But Linda was not the hypocrite you see in many of these humanists. She was always speaking her mind and always honest with you and with everyone. If she didn't like it, she would tell you, Kato, I don't like this one. I don't agree with this one. And Linda Terry, that woman you see there, loved Africa more than she loved herself. That woman there loved Africa more than she loved herself, and she loved humanity more than she loved herself, and she lived above self. It's the reason why Linda remains on my mind 24/7. I think about her, I want to remember her, and I want to do something good in her memory because Linda was an ordinary woman doing extraordinary things. Hope then she's going to capture this. Linda Tilly was an ordinary woman doing extraordinary things. And the reason why I am going to be standing beside her as long as I live. I'm going to continue remembering Linda Tilly in one way or another because she was exceptionally a good humanist. She speaks her mind and she doesn't care whether Nandip likes her or not. She doesn't care if Nandip has money or not. She doesn't care if Nandip has guns or not. She will tell you, Nandip, stop this because it's hurting human beings. That is Linda Tilly. That is the woman I came to love. And I want to be there for her, even in her death. I want to be there for her. And I want to ensure that my team at HTV Africa constructs a school in memory of our sister, Linda Tilly. And that school is going to be Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School, a school where Linda Tilly was already supporting pupils with lunch money and scholastic materials. As later on, we're going to be seeing the photos. So why this program? Is because we are remembering our friend Linda Tilly, an ordinary woman doing extraordinary things. Linda Tilly was not a rich woman in terms of money. In fact, she was struggling many days. She never had money. But Linda Tilly had a rich heart. She would reach out to donors to donate. And Linda Tilly was accountable. If Africans are accountable, if humanists are accountable, the way Linda Tilly was, if they love humanity, if they sacrifice themselves and serve others, I'm telling you, we are going to change the world one day at a time. I tell you, if you all sacrifice, if you all become accountable, just like in the TV, we are going to change this world one day at a time. It begins with you and me. Linda Tilly is behind the question of Humanist TV Africa. Of course, we said this idea, calling it Call to Activism Africa, which was in June the year 2022. But in December the year 2022, we decided to have a TV which would run on a regular. It's the reason why we have HTV Africa today, because we discussed this idea with Linda Tilly. Now, I want to encourage you to please consider donating to us. At the moment, I'm using my account details. As you can see, my bank is Leo's Bank, which is in England. The account number is 5202080, and the sort code is 30-95-91. We are constructing a school to remember Linda Tilly, and I'm requesting you that this festival season, whenever you see this advert, please consider sending some money on that account and strictly say Linda Tilly School. When you send that money, say Linda Tilly School and tell me if you want your name to be mentioned, because I will mention your name right here. This is the second fundraiser. We are going to be doing a fundraiser each week. We are going to be doing a fundraiser each week until when we get the money. So, Nalip, we're going to be doing a fundraiser each week until when we get the money. And there is a donor, thanks to him, who is going to give us whatever money you give us. A donor says that if you give us 1,000 pounds, you give us 1,000 pounds. We call it match donation, matching fundraiser. It's rare to find such a donor who says, Nandip, if you give me 10 pounds for Linda Tilly, I'll give you that 10 pounds, so you have 20. So whatever money comes in, a donor is willing to give us an equivalent of that money. If you give us 500 pounds, a donor is going to give us another 500 pounds. So our target is to raise 8,000 pounds. So if you give us half the money, a donor is going to give us half the money. So we are going to build this school. We are going to build this school. But we simply want you people, whoever was touched by Linda Tilly, don't say, I'm in Africa, I'm poor, I'm what. Contribute something. Contribute something. Even if it's £5. We are going to have a GoFundMe link very soon. We are going to be seeing it. Contribute. Let us make people see that if you do good, people appreciate. Nandip, I'm tired of us dying and people appreciate us in death. But I'm also tired of people forgetting us when we die. Nandip has been serving humanism, he dies, and no one remembers your child. No one remembers your wife. They eat on the streets, they drop out of school. But Nandip served the entire his life, his career was serving humanism. But his children, when he dies, will be on the streets. His wife will be lacking food. It's the thing I want us to fight. If someone has been good to us, if someone has served our cause, even in death, we must remember them. It's the chapter I am starting with you and HTV Africa. A chapter to remember people who have done good. Nandip, let us honor Linda Tilly by building this school, but also we are going to give her an award, a Humanist of the Year award. We will go to Linda Tilly. For us as Africans, we are deciding to make our own awards. We Africans are not going to wait for any organization, any individual to give us awards. We are going to make our own awards as African humanists. Us as African humanists, we shall not wait for anyone to give us awards. You can give yourselves all the awards you want. You can give yourselves all the awards you want. We are going to give our own awards to our own people who do us good. The idea of awards was brought by our comrade in prison, Mubarak Bala. Comrade Mubarak Bala told me in a writing and in a voice message I had that, Kato, we need to create a humanist award, an African Humanist Award of the Year. And this award starts this year, but we shall honor it next year. And of course, the recipient is well known. It's going to be Linda Tilly, because we are going to remember what she did for us. So our first award as Humanist of the Year, Africa Award, will go to Linda Tilly. Like it or not, we are going to give it to her. And Africans won't wait for your awards. Whoever is watching us, we shall not wait for you to honor us. We shall honor ourselves. And also, we shall look out beyond Africa and see humans that deserve to be honored. And we, African humans, will honor them. We shall not wait for you to honor us. We are going to look for our own people and honor them. Then I want to invite you now to play for us the video and, of course, show us the images of the school. Andrew Bongfa, Nandip, we are going to be seeing the images of the school, but also the voice of the director of the school. We are fundraising of the school. This is Hillside Nursery and Orphanage Humanist School in Uganda, East Africa, located in Kasese, which is in western Uganda. The school is along the hills that make the longest, the tallest mountain in the world, the Rwenzori Mountain. You can look at that building. It is purely in a bad state. 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. That is all they have. A young man called Johnson Ingrid Bambale is behind the building of that poor school. Now, this school was being sponsored by Linda Tilly. Now, we are going to make Linda Tilly proud, even in her death, by building that school. We want to build a 4-classroom block, a 3-classroom block with 1 office block adjacent to it. And then we are going to name it Linda Tilly Memorial Classroom Block. Linda Tilly Memorial Classroom Block. We're going to give it a very good layout, strong pillars. We are going to build a modern school, a modern building. And we are requesting you, look at that image, but also sympathize with the students, the pupils that study there, and make a contribution. It may be £10, it may be $10, it may be 1 kwacha, it may be 1 naira, it may be 50 Uganda shillings. Make a contribution. We are going to tell everyone that cares to make a contribution. I'm going to be reaching out to you individually and say, please make a contribution. Robert Bambale and others in Uganda, I'm going to give you a task to make a contribution, to fundraise. We are building this school together for our sister Linda Tilly's memory. Then let us look at other photos that shows this school. Then we shall crown it all with the voice of Johnson Bambale, who is the director of this school. You can see the students, or call them pupils, showing the books that were donated to them by Linda Tilly. Dennis, please, may you show us more photos of the students or the pupils, but also of the school, because I want the audience to get a feel of what we are fundraising for. Those are the pupils. In the background is their classroom block, which is in a very poor state. We are calling upon donors in Africa, in Europe, in America, in Asia. We are calling upon you to consider sending us whatever token you have, and we build a better school for the pupils that go to this school. You can see Linda was supporting them with money to buy them college. You can see the classroom building there. It's a very poor structure. We want to build a better structure for the school, a better structure for the students. Please consider joining us. Please consider fundraising. Please consider making a donation towards the construction of this school. And I'm saying this particularly to people in Uganda. And I'm giving this task to Robert Bwambale to read the fundraiser in Uganda. Robert Bwambale, the director of Uganda Humanist Association, I'm giving you a responsibility to raise some money right from within the humanists in Uganda, and they make a contribution. Remember, all of us, Africans, all of us, we are going to make a contribution towards building this school. Every week, we shall be having a program right here to remind you about this school and to tell you that our focus right now is building a school in memory of only and only one Linda Tilly. This is the school we are desirous to build. We want to build this school, give it a facelift, make students happy, but also honor our colleague Linda Terry by giving these students a better learning environment. You can see visual, that is the ramshackle school. We want to give them a better building. We want to remember Linda Terry by offering a better building. Dennis, thank you so much. The account number is right there. My name is Katom Mukasa. The bank name is Leo's Bank, which is based in England. And my account number is 5202080. And of course, the sort code is 309591. When you send that money, please indicate Linda Tilly School. Please indicate Linda Tilly School. Now, Dennis, may you please pray for me, pray for us, pray for us the voice note of the director of the school, Johnson Bwambale. And after that voice, we shall conclude by few words from Comrade Nandip Bongfa. We'll be concluding this fundraiser. Remember, Nandip, each week we shall be having a fundraiser show for Linda Tilly, but also we shall be giving updates. Remember, when you contribute to our school, we shall give you a copy of 2 books. One book is about Linda Tilly, the African humanist hero, and then the other book is Some People Gay, which was also inspired by Linda Tilly. So when you make us a contribution, we are going to actually send you 2 copies of soft book to you. Once you send us your email, we are going to send you 2 copies of books. One is Hungry Musings, a book on the life of Linda Tilly. And the other one is Some People Get Over It, also a book which is solely dedicated to Linda Tilly. I will ensure that I send you 2 soft copies of those books the moment you give us a donation. Any amount of money is welcome. £1, £2, £5, 20, 100, £1,000, dollars, whatever dollar you may want to give us, shillings, whatever amount of money you want to give us, it is welcome. Please consider donating. And whoever donates, we shall be here to tell you XYZ gave us this amount of money. If you want to be anonymous, we shall keep your name anonymous, but we shall say your country and say X from England gave us £10 to build a school to remember Linda Tilly. Dennis, may you please give us the audio if you can't play it, and we hear what the director of the school has to say.
My name is Wambal Johnson, the director, Hillside Nursery Orphanage School.
In the meantime,
I started my school some 7 years back when I was still young. Before that, I had a religion whereby I was studying in a religion of a Pentecostal church. But the time came, I decided to leave the religion and I joined the Humanist. I've spent 5 years, 4 to 5 years, when I'm working with my fellow humanists, that is Avambale Robert and Masarese Solomon and Kasese here. My decision to get converted from a religion to humanist, it was a personal influence in my conversion from a religion to a humanist. And the reason why I started my school where I live, I never had money that I could manage to operate the school, but I just decided with the little that I had, I decided to help other people in my community. At our school or at the orphanage school, we welcome the natives of our orphans with the little that they can afford to rise and pay for the orphans. The reason why I started that school is that I wanted social relations to help develop compassion, socio-economical solidarity, and a sense of responsibility. Then the goal of our school is that students should be self-motivated in their studies and a desire to learn on their own. Then my passionate is showing or caused to a strong feelings or beliefs. And after saying that, I wish Humanist TV to kindly help me in building for me a good structure at my orphanage school. The reason why I say that, I think sometime back I saw our pictures the photos of our school structure. Really, that is our effort, that is our work. We have nothing to do with it, but that is the effort and the work that we did in order to help our people here, and in order to show how good humans can be in the community. So I wish Humanist TV to help me in building for me a good structure at my orphanage school. I also need desks because our pupils lack enough seats, where most of them sit on bricks while studying. I need other support on food because our donor who used to support us died, and I no longer have any other way to feed the orphans. I also welcome any other support on shoes, uniforms, and other things one would wish to help us with. We still welcome it with one heart. The reason why I ask and beg with a kind request is that because the orphans we are teaching, we are giving the knowledge here, surely they need support, they need care, because where they come from, they are really in need. So therefore, I honor Humanist TV for the care and the concern they are showing us. We remain thankful for the love, care, and support they are showing us. We thank you really, and we appreciate your effort and support. We wish to work with you in whatever situation, and also we continue wishing that also you keep helping us, keep knowing what is about us, what we are lacking, and also what we need here. The area is remote, the area is hilly, hard to reach. So I, as the director Bambal Johnson, I honor and I thank you for the care, for the love that you are showing me, and that concern. I wish that you continue showing me that love. Thank you very much. I remain Bambali Johnson, the director, Hillside and Surround Orphanage School. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Johnson Bambale. That is his voice, Director Kasese, Director, of course, Hillside Nursery and Orphanage School. We are concluding, Nadip. You have 2 minutes to conclude, Nadip. Let us conclude this in 2 minutes, and then we shall be able to come back next week with the same fundraiser. Nadip, over to you.
Yes. Thank you very much, Katu, for this initiative in the honor of building a school for Leader Tilly, our hero. I'll call her a hero in Africa in humanism. So I still appeal to my friends, all over Nigeria. That is, I appeal to the Humanist Association of Nigeria to key into this fundraising to assist in the building of a school for the memory of Linda Tilly, because sometimes because we are humanists, we help each other, we help human beings. No matter our differences, that project is a very good project that it need to be supported. And also, I encourage my friends, anywhere you are listening to me, please give your widow mind in support of training of those little ones, because they are our leaders and our future leaders. No matter how little you give, you will go a long way to assist in this project. So we should remember Linda Tilly by building out this structure. This school is very, very, very important. Thank you. Thank you, comrade. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sir Nadip Bongfa, for sparing the time to be with us today on this fundraiser. And of course, thank you so much, Dance Bongole, for the production work in the studio. And of course, director Johnson Wambale, who is based in Uganda and behind the school. And of course, we want to thank all the donors, but especially the donor who is going to be matching whatever money you give us. We have a donor who is willing to match whatever money you give us. If you give us 10 pounds, a donor will give us another 10 pounds. If you give us 1,000 pounds, a donor will give us another 1,000 pounds. Because the target is we are going to build this school. Trust me, we are going to build this school. And we are naming it Linda Tilly Memorial. So, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Keep it positive, keep it live
Yes.
here at HTV Africa. See you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.